Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Mike Gonzalez. This is Hondo, my 4-year-old Bureau of Land Management wild Mustang. I just like saying that. He's everything but a wild Mustang. We got another email and someone was asking that how do we sack out or desensitize our horses? And they're using a stick and they say that their horse hates their training stick. And I want to say something really important here. If you're at a stage in your horsemanship where you need to use a training stick, and by that I mean one of these, whether it's a carrot stick, handy stick, whatever you may call it, if you feel like you need to use it, by all means use it. But use it wisely, use it justly, and use it sparingly. So it's no big deal that you're using it. Your horse doesn't hate the stick, he hates the way that you're presenting it and using it. So what I want to do is I want to cover a quick little basic of how we set a foundation for sacking out. If you go online, you're going to see them called by a lot of different things. Do a search online, just Google it. You'll see they're called carrot stick, handy stick, training stick, flag stick, horseman stick, licorice stick, swagger stick, and even an apple stick. Check online if you think it's funny. They come in, let's see, orange, white, blue, black, light green, purple, and even a hot pink one. And it's funny that a lot of clinicians that used to say that they were against the sticks are now using them now because they found that there's an innate value when you're starting a young colder horse and using the stick. So if you feel in your horsemanship that you need to use it, just use it sparingly. What I don't like to see is an advanced student with their advanced partner still relying on the stick. At that point I believe it becomes a crutch. Now we've borrowed a couple of sticks here from some friends, but let me give you a little bit of encouragement here. You don't have to pay a lot of money for them if you don't have them. I've gotten right here a 42-cent dowel rod from my hardware store, little piece of duct tape, and of course the plastic sack, and it works just as well as the high dollar stick and bag. So we're going to use this. Now the thing about, I said that your horse doesn't hate, I know he backed up, he doesn't hate the stick, he hates how you use it because you're not being consistent. For the next 3 to 6 months, every time you bring the sack out and you're going to start it, I want you to start in the exact same place and I want you to do the exact same thing every time. This builds confidence in the horse. He knows what's going to happen next and where you're going. He gets confident, he feels at ease. That builds a lot more trust and it helps in your partnership. So the first thing I do is I hold the plastic. First I like to make a lot of noise with it, but I'll hold the plastic like this and I let my partner see it and smell it. And we'll let Hondo kind of smell it for a minute. And this is only about the 4th time that we've used a plastic sack together, isn't it, Hondo? And then I might bring it up here. Yeah, you know what? If they mouth it, that's a good thing. Don't pull it away and tell them no. He actually might take it away from me. What we're going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to touch his neck with it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to touch his neck and I'm going to take it off. And tell him good boy. And I'm going to touch his neck again. And then we're going to take this and I'm going to rub his withers. And I'm always going to go to the same spot in the same way. That's the important thing. From his withers, I like to go right down the front leg. Now see, he kind of moved it here a little bit. So we're going to do approach and retreat. It's principle number 10. Always use approach and retreat. So we're going to work here and I'm going to see where he lets me get down to his knee and we'll come back up and I'll give him a rub. And we'll rub his withers and I'm going to come back down to his leg, and before he can lift his leg, we'll come back up. So I'm going to come back here and we're going to let him cook and stew for just a second. Now I'll let him smell it. He can mouth it if he wants to. And I'm going to come over here and put it on his neck. And I'm going to rub his withers. And I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to come back up. And then I'm going to advance and I'm going to go down his top line. I'm going to come here, go underneath, right back up. Here's the thing. We don't want to do it gently like we're sneaking up on them. We don't want to tickle them and irritate them. We want to do it firmly, and we want to do it at a good, even pace with rhythm. So I'm going to let him smell it. We're going to come to the neck, the withers. We're going to go down the leg, back up, down his back, down underneath, back up. I'm going to come here and go right down his back leg, right back up. And I might come here, depending on your partner, you might not start it. I'll let it touch his ear, come down, let him smell it. We're done. We just sacked out our horse. Well, by golly, you didn't flip it around yet. We're setting the foundation. So now what we do is we let the flag go. I think he's ready. So we let him smell it. I put it on his neck. I'm going to rub his withers. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go down his leg. We're going to come up. I'm going to do his top line, underneath barrel here, come back, down his back legs, back up, rub his wither, and we're done, and I give him a couple of rubs. We just sacked out our horse with a loose plastic sack. It's no big deal. We would then go over to the other side and do the other side of the horse the exact same way. The problem is a lot of people want to sack out and they get really nervous and scared and they start coming at their partner, you know, ooh, and they're trying to do this. They don't have confidence in themselves, they don't have rhythm, they don't have good timing. Your horse senses that, and your horse says, you know what, if you're afraid and you're not confident, then perhaps I need to be afraid, and you know, I'm not going to be confident with you. We want to build trust in our partner. Tomorrow, the next day, next week, 2 months from now, I'm going to take my flag, I'm going to come here, I'm going to let him smell it, I'm going to touch his withers, I'm going to go down his leg, I'm going to go across his back, underneath, I'm going to come here, I'm going to go down that back leg, I'm going to come up, and that's how I'm going to start it. Now, you say, gosh, do I have to do that forever and ever? No. But for 6 months, I might do that. Then at some point in our life, I'll just take the flag one day and I know that I can go to his backside, or I can start at his head or his ears, or let him smell it, or we can get up here. Look, see how he raised his head? Now watch, if I come here to his withers and I come right here to his head, we're just going to work this a little bit. There we go. Now he's just raising his head. I'm just going to wait for him to drop it just a little bit. We're just going to rub it, and I'll go to his withers, come down, top line, underneath, come here, down the back leg. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my partner Hondo, my wild Mustang. Isn't that right, Hondo? And we're just going to sit here. And that's how we do the flag. Now, how does that translate? Well, at some point, I'll take that away. And perhaps I'll have let me just grab something here. We'll use one of the sticks, and we have one of your training sticks with the progress string. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have Hondo smell it. I'm going to touch his wither. I'm going to take it, rub his leg, go all the way down his here, underneath his barrel, come back up, move his back leg, come up, touch his ears, let him smell it, and that's how we'll do it. Well, gee, what about the string? Well, we can do that too. And how does that translate? Well, it translates into having me go exactly in the order that we did it, give him a little praise, going his top line, coming up underneath in his barrel with the whip, coming up, touching this, coming back up his line, touching it, flipping it, moving it all around, perhaps shooting it on the legs. Folks, this is how you start setting a foundation for gentleness, for trust, for confidence in your partner. Again, it has nothing to do with the color, the name, the size of the stick, or what it's made out of. Your horse doesn't hate the stick, he hates the way that you're presenting it. And at some point, at some day, you're going to be able to sit here with your wild Mustang that's only been with you for 2 weeks, and you're going to be able to flag them out just like this and spin it, and you're going to know that you have good trust in your partner. Now look, he's smelling it. This is a good time. Look, watch. We're going to go here. We're going to go right back to his withers. We're going to move his leg down in here. We're going to build, he knows, oh gee, I know exactly what this guy's going to do. We're going to go here like this, and we're going to touch it. I'm going to give him a little bit of love, and we're going to go right back to doing this again. Folks, that's how we set a foundation. We did it a little fast with Hondo today. I would take a little bit more time, but we wanted to get it on video for you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Drop us an email here at Less is More Horsemanship. We look forward to seeing you on the trail. Thanks. Hondo, you did great.